Hello, beloveds. Hello. This is my first time going live on my new laptop. Hello, beloveds. Oh, I am so excited to be playing with you. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, I see. This got smaller, but my ego is still extra large, so that's all that matters. Hello, beloveds. Oh, my goodness. What a friggin' treat to be here with you. Oh, wait, now it froze. Oh, no, I'm back. Okay, so I don't know if, I looked up what was happening in terms of people having posts that, where it was listed that it was spam or whatever. Now it's freezing a little bit. So who knows? It could be the internet. But some people get that, and lives are mistaken by the bots sometimes for spam. And let me tell you, spam I not am. Listen, I just love you so much. What this is such a joy, because the type of feedback that I'm getting from people, this is what matters, especially at this time, is that we are able to stay in our love zone, in our truth. So what I have to share with you is something that I wish had saved me time and money, decades ago, but it wasn't out there. And to be honest, everything perfect divine timing. If I hadn't gone through every little smidgeroo of life that I experienced, I wouldn't be here with you now. I wouldn't be as full of it. I wouldn't have the wisdom I now have. None of us would. So everything is perfect. Everything is workable. There is a solution to everything. And I'm so happy to be playing with you. I can feel y'all. I can feel you. What I must say is, what has really served me is being able to stay connected to my breath and humming when I am out there in the world. In here, it's easier, right? When we are, hello, beloveds. When we are out there in the world and, you're waiting for an elevator and it's taking forever and somebody is jumping in and giving you, I don't know what, just kind of attitude or whatever. The most important thing is, as you all know, that we are able to stay in integrity in the love that we are. Hello, beloveds. And, John Williams, Love Warrior. Yay, Love Warrior Trey Fry. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, darling. And today on the Funway Runway, I have to tell you, this is so exciting for me to share. I'm so happy to be playing that little love sandbox with everyone. What really came to me strongly is, decades ago, if I'd known about clearing my chakras, cleaning them while I am out there in the world, while I'm driving, while I'm, like I said, waiting for an elevator, getting that phone call, any of that stuff, that's where it's at. And it's so easy to do. There's so many genius sharers of, how to activate your pineal gland, like Joe Dispenza is so great. And, I've been studying energy medicine for quite a few years now. You've got, Judith Blackstone, who John Williams, Love Warrior, initially told me about. And then you have, Sue Mortar. And I can name drop. You would think, she's so well studied. And they're all, and I mean it. I'm so thankful. One thing that hasn't arrived on the doorstep of my knowledge is how to activate that wisdom in a pinch when life happens. And it does, and that's a good thing. So I have a super easy way. Are you ready? First of all, we got to keep cleaning the chakras, right? So, I come from intergenerational trauma, like many of us do. My parents were survivors, and who knows how many generations back that is stuck in our subconscious, in our fascia. And so we need to clean it out so that we can be the best and the highest and live in the integrity that we are. So it's so easy to do, okay? So we have so many chakras. The root chakra carries a lot of, intergenerational trauma and war and those kinds of things, right? And then we have the sacral chakra, where a lot of our insecurities reside, self-esteem issues, and then of course the solar plexus. Hello, who had digestive issues? TMI? I don't think so. And so, I I'm all about let's not suffer. Call me crazy. Hello, Danny McKiley came on. Yay, love warrior. It's so good to be here with you. So good to feel all of you. How are you, John Williams? What is it that you would like to focus on with love intention? Because we're just about to go into Frumming, because I'm Franny, and I lead with a combination of breath, love consciousness, as many of you know, whether you're watching the replay or you're on the live, and humming. So it is so easy to take control of your emotions, of your frequencies when life happens, right? Let's say you're, by the elevator and some schmuckadoodle comes there and is like complaining. I saw this on the news. My blah, blah, blah is staying with me and I and so you don't want to take it on. Well, you can do all kinds of things. You can hum in your head. You can hum out loud. You can do all of that. But a great way to stay in integrity, like let's say, that happens or you're in the car and somebody cuts you off. You're driving. You breathe into your chakras because you want to keep this clean. You want to keep this clear. And it's so easy. The best way to remind yourself how to do that is to put a little tension in your body so you don't have tension out there. You don't give them the, why'd you cut me off? I wasn't doing Tai Chi. You can keep that tension in your body easily so you remember to breathe up and down what I call the love trunk, which is where our chakras reside. So there's something in yoga that many of you know called bandhas. And basically all that means is, a lock, where you put kind of a lock in your body so that you can send the energy upwards away from gravity. And there's a well-known Mula Bandha, which is right in between your and your anus and your bish. There's an area. And if you put a little I'm not talking about you're not walking around like no, just a little bit of tension, right? You keep that in there and you keep your angel wings back because we're all angels, my babes, just pretending to be human. Put your angel wings back and your shoulders down so you're not breathing into your upper registry. You don't want to be, initiating fight or flight, and you want ultimately the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system to interweave and be as one. So once again, practices, and this is just like doing reps. Listen, man, woman, you got to do reps at the gym, right? If you want big buff, you want to be buff like me. Everything is practice. So let us be kind and gentle to ourselves. But if you can practice just squeezing a little bit, women call it Kegels. Kegels are fast, where you kind of like you're working those muscles. But if you Mula Bandha, which is the perineum area here, right in between your anus and your schmickle, and you give it a little tension, and whether you're driving, you have a little bit of that. Whether you're walking to the elevator, it'll keep you walking nice and erect the way dancers do. Shoulders are down, your chest is up, and so you've got a little tension here. Why? So that when life happens, when you get that phone call, you get that text, you remember, I got a little tension going on here. I don't need to be reactive from my lower brain, primitive brain centers. You have a little bit of this, and all right away, you breathe into the belly like babies do, like we used to, beloveds. So you got a little bit of that tension going on. You're riding your bike like Love Warrior John Williams is in Toronto, maestro athlete and wordsmith. Okay, you're on your bike, you got a little bit of that going on. Somebody zing goes by really fast, so you right away you're breathing into the body, you're breathing up what I call the love trunk, right? Through all your chakras. Sometimes you don't have time to think about, I want to bring this breath up from Mother Earth, which ultimately is the most rooted way that you can do it. But you just breathe into your belly, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus. You breathe up, and breathe down. And if you try to remind yourself to keep doing that for the majority of your day, whatever you're doing, just like regular breathing, except you're cleaning your chakras so that you don't get reactive, because we have so much emotion, and some of it doesn't even belong to us. It's intergenerational. It's, from our great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers, great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfathers. So clearing it out with breath is the fastest and most powerful way to stay in the love that you are, especially at a time such as now when there is a lot going on. And this whole fucking idea about division, you and I both know, it is not true. We're all one love. Let us stay in our bodies, stay in our chakra love trunk, and if possible, the very bestest thing you can do is if you breathe up and hum down. Why? Humming releases 15 to 24 times more nitrous oxide than regular nose exhalation. But at the very least, beloveds, if you just breathe up and down the love trunk, then you're humming. Oh yes, hello, beloveds. I like humming in my palm, says Love Warrior John Williams. The screen is very wide, looks good, says Love Warrior Danny Mikhaili. Well, I'm glad to hear it, because every girl likes a wide screen. Okay, clean out the chakra kaka. Yes, exactly, Love Warrior John Williams. And let's see what's going on here. Do we still have Trey Fry? So, do you understand? Is it clear, boys and girls, what I'm talking about? Mula Bandha, which is it's root lock. So your root chakra, you're locking it in. Does that make sense? Can you type back and tell me if I'm being clear with Mula Bandha? And don't make fun of jokes. This is something that can really help your anxiety, your stress levels, your KAKA-POOPOO. Listen, I was really stuck at points in my life, and those of you who've read my memoir and seen a lot of my work over the years know that I've shared it very publicly, and I'm so happy that I have been able to navigate it. But if I'd known this, if I'd known that if I could just have a little tension in certain areas of my body so my breath could move freely, so I could remind myself to get out of my head, to get out of my primitive brain, so that I could bring the breath up past the primitive brain into the higher brain center, and so that all the 50 billion bits of information that are coming into us, by the way, at a gazillionth of a second, and that is the actual scientific amount of time, let me tell you, they could come in. Otherwise, you know what happens? If you're feeling stress, whether secretly or publicly, if you're feeling this in your body, your genius the phone doesn't ring. That, because we're what? Magnetic. We're magnetic. You can do all the law of attraction affirmations you want and all that, good stuff, and it's good and it does help, but you will not allow in the big things. And I have to say, not to show off, but I've been able to manifest some pretty spectacular, and we all have. Don't you want more, huh? Don't you want more of this incarnation? So the way to do that, because all of this is coming in from the unified field, which most of us is still there. Most of us is only a small part of us came into our beautiful meat suits. Most of us is still there. So all this information is coming in from the unified field, which is, yes, part of us. And it's going to just hit us here in the solar plexus and not come up our beautiful love trunk past all of our gunk. If there's too much gunk, it can't get by. So that's why we need to keep cleaning it out. Now, this is not something you were taught in kindergarten, huh? One day they will, because, we are frequency. And breath is the first thing that we took when we came into our blessed bodies. And humming is thousands of years old, and it's getting quite popular now, which is really making me smile, because it came to me as a result of me meditating, asking what is the simplest on-the-go modality I can share with clients and beloveds that will help us self-soothe. Because sitting and meditating, doing yoga, working out, painting, all these things are genius. However, what happens when we're out there? What happens in a moment when we're triggered? When that old stuff, and yes, breath work